No, that's not short for anything. It's just Hilde, and I'm here to make banana chocolate chip muffins and a little cute addition of a little surprise. So you'll see, but we're going to start out. I want to explain the bananas of what kind of bananas you should choose. This is definitely too dark. We tried to salvage these but got busy in the last couple days, so they need to go in the garbage. But I do have some other bananas. These will do just fine. You can use definitely riper than this, but just definitely not the black ones. So we're going to start out by peeling them. And we need to mix them so that they get nice and mushed and blended all together. And I usually use 3. The recipe calls for a cup of bananas. Typically that's about 3 depending on the size of your bananas. So we're going to use 3 today. If it's a little less or a little more, a little larger, whatever, doesn't matter. Just use what you have. It'll still be yummy. Okay. So start out slow. You don't want them flying out of the bowl. And then make sure it's locked. They're starting to mush together, starting to get soft, break apart. So we'll just wait for that to happen. And this is not a complicated recipe, that's why I love it. So as soon as these are blended, which they are, I'll show you. Not too bad, right? You're going to have chunks in there. That's not a big deal. It'll just add some texture to your muffins. So, and then get rid of these. Okay. All right. So now you just end up adding the rest of your ingredients in. I already have everything pre-measured for the video, so it makes it simple. So you have 1 cup of sugar, and you can substitute any kind of other sugar that you want. It doesn't matter. 2/3 cup mayonnaise. Just to make it simple, I have it in 2 different 1/3 cups, but it's 2/3 cup mayonnaise. And you just add it all in together. You don't have to worry about wet ingredients, dry ingredients. That's what's so nice. 1/4 cup water. I clean my spatula off a little bit. And then it's a 1/2 teaspoon salt and a teaspoon baking soda. So just dump that right in. And to make it a little easier so we didn't have vanilla spilling, it's 2 teaspoons vanilla. So I'm going to add that in separately. Who doesn't love vanilla? So good. Makes everything taste better. So there's the 2 teaspoons. And I'm going to mix that a little bit. Just a tiny bit. And then 2 cups flour. And again, start it slow. You don't want your flour to go crazy everywhere. And then the last little special touch that I love cooking and baking with my doTERRA essential oils. And so when I had this banana cake recipe, I thought, you know what would make it better? Cinnamon. So instead of ground cinnamon, I just add 1 drop, that's all you need, 1 drop of cinnamon doTERRA essential oil. I'm going to scrape this down a little bit. Halfway through, it's always good to make sure you don't have dry ingredients stuck to the sides or some of your wet ingredients kind of stuck to the bottom where it's not mixing. So just scraping it down a little bit. That's good. And 1 drop. That's all you need. It smells so good. Put the lid on. And mix. And go a little higher, make sure it's all incorporated. Yummy. Okay. And then time for the chocolate chips. Chocolate makes everything better. So I made these into banana chocolate chip muffins. This was just an original banana cake recipe that I got from my friend Angie. And my friend Julie's son does not like bananas, but he loves this. He loves the banana chocolate chip. Run away. Banana banana chocolate chip muffins, or you can make it into a loaf of bread. Done. And we'll meet you back when we fill our cupcake liners. Your muffins or cupcakes, whatever you're making, are all the same size. So I have just a little bit of mix left. So I'm going to fill my last, I think I have enough for 3. And it depends on how full you're scooping them as to how many you're making, but I have about 12, 6, so we have about 18, about a dozen and a half muffins. And we're just going to leave that, that's good. And I preheated my oven to 350, so we're going to pop them in, and it's going to be about 20 to 25 minutes depending. Just keep checking. Usually when you smell the muffins and you can smell the wonderful scent of the bananas and the chocolate chips, that usually means it's done. So we're going to put them in the oven. I'm going to set it for 23, kind of in between, but again, just kind of be around, you know, if you start smelling them, check them. So, all right, we'll be back after our break. Thanks. The delicious banana and cinnamon and chocolate chip at about 20-22 minutes. It ended up taking, for my oven, about 25. So just keep a watch. You never know. Everybody has different ovens and the way they operate. So, but we used fun springtime cupcake liners. So we have some fun pink ones. And I'm just going to pull them on the rack to cool a little bit. These, because there weren't as many in the pan, they got brown on top a little bit faster than the other ones, so I just gave the blue ones in the full pan an extra minute or so. Be careful, they're very, very hot because they just finished, so I'm using a knife to try and pry them out a little bit. And I can't wait to hear what you guys think of them. It's so fun. I love baking and cooking with the doTERRA oils. Again, the cinnamon doTERRA essential oil. You can substitute it for ground cinnamon in a recipe. If you, by chance, have a recipe where you're using the cinnamon sticks, you could also substitute it that way. It has great health benefits. So it's just a nice little add-on. I use cinnamon in my diffuser, and you can use it in baking and cooking too. So if you have cinnamon oil at home from doTERRA, you can use that. Or you can see your wellness advocate that is through doTERRA. If you do that, we're going to have to edit this because it's bad. I'm like rambling. Okay, stop it a second. This is a great recipe to start out with your kids. If you want to incorporate them in the kitchen, let them have fun. It's pretty much foolproof because the mayonnaise in the recipe keeps the muffins really, really moist. Again, you don't have to mix the dry separate from the wet. You can just mix them all together. The kids are, you know, obviously supervise them with the mixer, but they can add the ingredients in. They can peel the bananas. It's so much fun to cook with your kids in the kitchen. And if you're interested in how you can get the doTERRA cinnamon oil, we're going to attach the doTERRA website. You can order retail, or maybe you decide that you want to incorporate lots of other oils into your cooking, and you can sign up to be a wellness advocate as well. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. It's wonderful. I can't wait to dig in and check it out.